to crush it. I want to share with you today 3 shifts to hit your goal. I have huge plans for the rest of my year. How about you? And I'm also going to be taking some fun trips in there as well. And I want you to know that none of that matters when you have things done in the right way. When you're doing things in the right way, you can still love your life, enjoy your life, and you can hit your big goals. So, if you don't know who I am, very quickly, my name is Carden. I'm a top business growth strategist and coach, and I work with coaches and consultants who are at that 6 figures. They want to go to 7, but they want to do it with really premium high-end clients. So $25,000, $50,000, $100,000 plus clients, and they want to work less. So if that's you and you're interested in this, but I want you to know that what I'm going to talk about today will apply to anyone. Okay, 3 shifts. The first thing that stops people from hitting their big goals, even when they really think that they want them, is you don't really know how. Like logically, you might know you need more clients, you need to make more sales. Logically, you know all the stuff, but the results are not happening. And so, what I want you to know is you don't really know how. You might know how in concept, but you don't know how in detail. And so, you're probably going to need some extra support, some extra learning, maybe some new strategies. Maybe you need some guidance along the way. This is what I help people do. So I just want you to know that it's okay to know logically. I work with a lot of business coaches, and logically they know what they need to do to get to that $1,000,000, but it doesn't happen for them. And the reason is they still are missing strategies. And I want you to know that this was me too for a long time. I was missing the strategies. I knew how, like the concept, but I didn't have the right strategies that were getting me there. And so I had to make some shifts in my business. And so that's why I want to really encourage you today to take a deep look. Do you really know how? Like if it's not happening, the likelihood of that you know how is it's probably not it's not a reality, right? So let's get real with ourselves and say, okay, what do I need? What kind of support do I need? What kind of new strategy do I need? How can I get myself to that big goal? And I love when coaches and consultants have a goal to hit that $1,000,000. And I'll tell you why. Number one, it is freaking life changing when you do that in your business. Number two, you change a lot of other people's lives in the process. And number three, the growth that you will have in you will be unbelievable. Jim Rohn had a quote. It's not about becoming a millionaire. It's not about the money becoming a millionaire. I hope I'm saying this right. It's about who you will become becoming a millionaire. Think about that for a minute. It's not about the money becoming a millionaire. It's about who you will become becoming the millionaire, because there's so much growth and so much that will have to happen for you to do that. But I want you to know that you can build wealth with your business, but you've got to be willing to play big. You've got to be willing to go all in. You've got to be willing to take a few risks, and you've got to be willing to do the things that I'm talking about today. I want to know what you need to be able to get to your big goals. Maybe it's not a million, but why not? Why not? Why wouldn't you want to do that? Do you know how much I have this vision of writing $1,000,000 check to a kid's to help kids. And so when you have that kind of a vision, you can't play small. Like there's other people will be impacted. So what is it for you? All right. So the first thing is you don't really know how. Let's really look at this and be real with ourselves. Do you know how to make it happen? And just because you might coach other people, especially business coaches, just because you might coach other people in their businesses, which I did for a very long time, there are still different strategies and things that I had to learn and know to build my own business, especially in the online world. So do you really know how? If you're not there, if the results aren't happening, then get honest with yourself and say, you know what? I need some support with this. I need some guidance. And also, I do have a $1,000,000 Business Accelerator mentorship program coming up. I have 5 spots available for this. It's very high touch. You'll get everything that you need, the support, the guidance, everything that you need to get to that $1,000,000 if you're committed to really hitting that number, reach out to me. I'll talk a little bit more about that at the end. But if there is support, there is some support for you. So reach out to me if that is a big goal of yours. Okay. Number two is you aren't really committed to the goal. I see this so often. I run workshops a lot, and I ask people to fill out a form when they come into my workshop because I want to know where they are in their business, and I want to know what their big goals are. So I kind of, so I can support them. And also I can maybe rework some of the content in the workshop when they come into those workshops. So I can make sure it's going to be everything that they need. And here's what happens. They say they want this goal, but then I don't see that showing up in the workshop. Like I don't see that commitment. I don't see that relentlessness. They're not hungry for it. Look, if you're not hungry for it, if you're not committed to the goal, it's not going to happen. And the other thing is there's no urgency. So they don't put a time frame on when they want that goal to happen, and then they go all in. And if you don't do that, it's you are going to end up in the same place a year from now, maybe a little better, but not much better, because you haven't mastered how to be relentless. You haven't mastered how to be committed to the goal. So set a goal that not only stretches you, but also set a goal that you'll be committed to. Because and then put a time frame on that goal, and then you can reverse engineer that goal. You can break it down into bite-sized chunks. Okay, what do I have to do a quarter? What do I have to do every month? What do I have to do every week? And then what do I have to do daily? And then what do I need to make sure that I can hit that goal? If you don't do that, you're flying by the seat of your pants. It's trial and error. You're winging it. You can't wing it. You cannot hit big goals if you're winging it. So you've got to really have the right strategy in place. But more than anything, you've got to be relentless to want to go after it in a big way. When you do this, it will be life changing for you, because not only will you make it happen, but you'll also become this person that you admire in other people. Think about that. The people that inspire you, the people that motivate you, the people that you watch and that you think, "Oh my gosh, they're just crushing it. They're so successful." That could be you. There's nothing that stops you from doing that. The only difference is they're more committed to their goals. They're more relentless about hitting their goals. So, what are you willing to do? What actions are you willing to take? And then when you do this, you can identify, okay, what don't I know? Or what do I need? Or what kind of support do I need? Or what kind of a team do I need to make this happen? All of those things become part of that goal and that vision that you have, right? The third thing is they're not taking required action. So, look, a goal without action is hope. Hope does not get you anywhere when it's in business. You cannot hope for something, right? You cannot manifest it unless you are taking the actions. And a lot of people get this wrong. And a lot of people are, I don't, they have this idea like, if I just want it. Now, here's the thing. If you want a goal and you write it down and you're serious about it, your subconscious mind will start working towards that goal. Like I've been telling people that for years and years and years. Most people don't even write down a goal. Most people don't even have the urgency to hit a goal. Most people, again, are flying by the seat of their pants and they're just winging it. And look, I want you to know I was that person too. I used to be that person. This is why I'm so passionate about what I do to help people, because I was that person. I made all those same mistakes. But I've learned that if you really want something to happen, you've got to go after it. And you've got to go after it with intensity and urgency. And that's how you make things happen in your business. That's how you change your life in your business. That's how you impact other people in your business. That is how you get to show up and become that person that you watch and admire. Think about that. You are that person. It's in you. All right. So you've got to take required action. What are the actions that you need to take to get to that goal? Now, here's the other thing that I just want to talk about. I sometimes will reach out to people if they've been in a workshop and maybe they didn't come work with me. And so I'll reach out and I'll say, "Hey, how are you doing on hitting that $500,000 this year that you said you wanted to hit?" And when they shut down, I know that they're letting their ego and their pride and their guilt get in the way. because they're too embarrassed to say, yeah, it's not really happening. And whose responsibility is it for your big goals to happen? Ours, right? Mine, yours, ours. And so if you kind of get triggered or you get upset when somebody says, so what, are you hitting that big goal? Are you making that happen, that accountability thing? And you kind of shut down, check why you're doing that. Because chances are you're not hitting your goals in most cases. And maybe you have not been hitting your goals if you look years back, because you're shutting down, you're shutting people out, you're letting your ego and your pride get in the way. And look, here's the thing: if you're not that committed to that goal, then set a goal you are committed to. There's no right or wrong here, but you can't hit goals that you're not going to be relentless to hit. And I do always believe you should be stretching. I always believe you should be going after something bigger that seems crazy to you. I have done this for 32 years of being an entrepreneur. I have done this all the time, going after goals that I just thought there's no way this is going to happen. And then they would happen and they would happen. And you can do this too. Look, I want to help you. I hope you feel inspired today. I had a client I started working with a couple of months ago, and she wanted to start her consulting practice. She has an agency, and she wanted to start consulting versus doing all the stuff, like all the done for you. And so we've been working together on her consulting, and she bought in and she stretched herself. She invested, and she really stretched herself on all of it. And this morning I got an email from her that, Anne, I've got the deal. The deal's closing. The minimum's going to be 52,000, but it may be even more than that by the time we go through our call tomorrow. Boom. That is what I'm talking about. And here's the thing: she was committed. She's committed to the goal. She's been relentless about making it happen. And so that, results happen when you're doing these things. So you've got to go all in on those goals. You've got to be super committed, write them down, have urgency. What if you could add 200 or 300 or even $400,000 to your business? There's a big possibility you could do that. People can do that. You could do that even in a 5 or a 6 month period. A lot of the strategies that I teach could absolutely help you do that, but maybe you need support and guidance. So write down your big goal. Do you really know how to hit it, or do you need some help? Okay, be honest with yourself here. If it hasn't been happening, do you really know? See, for a long time, I thought I knew what I was doing. I thought I knew how to make my goal happen many years ago. But what I realized is I was missing some pieces. There were some gaps. There were some things I had to get some help on. And that's likely for you as well. All right. The second thing is be relentless, be committed, and be urgent. Don't play small. Go all in, make it happen. You can. And if you need some help, let me know. I'm happy to help you. I'm happy to point you in the right direction or talk to you about how we can work together. Don't give up on your goals, and don't keep flying by the seat of your pants and investing in things that aren't getting you there. You've got to go bigger. You've got to stretch yourself to hit those bigger goals. And then the third thing is you've got to take the action. We cannot sit and hope and pray for it and think that it's just going to happen. I have a saying that I've been saying for a lot of years that, if you've been exposed to the right coach, maybe that's me, maybe that's somebody else, or you've been exposed to the strategies and you've been exposed to all the things that can help you actually get there, but it hasn't happened, then I have always said this, God gives us shoes, but he doesn't reach down and tie our shoestrings. Think about that. God gives us shoes, right? But he doesn't reach down and tie our shoestrings. We've got to learn how to tie our own shoestrings. And so if you're sitting there, hoping, praying for things to happen, you're missing the opportunities that are right in front of you. I want to connect with you. I want to see how I can support you. And if you are interested and you're ready to go big and you want to hit that $1 million in your coaching, consulting, professional service business, then you've got to reach out to me about my upcoming $1 million business accelerator mastermind mentorship. It's a small semi-private group. You will not be in a big group with a ton of people. I don't like those kinds of programs personally, because the people that I work with play at a higher level and they want more high touch, more private and small collaboration support. And that is what my program gives them, because it's all about elevating yourself, leveling up, being up here and working at a higher level than you've probably ever worked before. And if you are ready to do that, if you're ready to go in and do that, then reach out to me. Let's have a conversation about this program. I only have 5 spots, 5 spots. I only take 6 in the program, and there are only 5 spots available. So reach out to me about and just say $1 million business accelerator, and I want to talk to you about this. I want to do this. I'm on fire for it. I'm committed. I'm relentless. I want to know how. If that's you, then make sure that you reach out to me. You can reach out to me in chat. You can book a call. My link is right here on my screen. Book a call at acarden.com. Book a call with me. We'll look at your business. We'll look at the strategies you need. And I'll, if I don't think that I can help you, or I don't think you're ready, or I don't think you're in the right place, I'll be completely honest and transparent, because I am committed to my clients getting results. And that means I want to bring the right people into my program so that I can get them those results. I can help them get those results. So if that's you and you're ready to go all in, then reach out to me. God bless you. Have an amazing, amazing day. Go crush it. Go after it. Be relentless. Have urgency. Be committed. And